My Barbie doll is really real.
In March of 1959, the Barbie doll was introduced to the American market by the Mattel toy company. For the next decade and a half, the doll became the standard for all other toy manufacturers to follow. No other doll could match the quality of the doll or her wardrobe over this time. I'd like to look at her clothing over the next decade. I'll have more time to elaborate in further videos, but to kick it off, here's her first fashion collection, 23 ensembles from 1959, and at the end I'll tell you which is my personal favorite. Lingerie will never be the most exciting element of a collection, in my opinion, but here's two from 1959, floral petticoat and undergarments. Both would be reissued later as pack items, and undergarments would be available in 4 different colors: blue, pink, white, and black. If you're putting them on dolls, please be cautious. The elastics, after so many years, will no longer be pliable and will most likely break apart. But if you have any extras of the petticoat, use them under skirts that could use the fullness. In this coat, Barbie can't help but be warm this winter. For the longest time I thought this wasn't anything that special, but now I see it as being incredibly chic. Straight, clean lines in those huge pockets, the back belt, the oversized collar, and the stylish cloche hat. No, this is really nice, and the meticulous detail, even in having a full lining, is really remarkable. She's wearing it over the apple print sheath, which I will talk about later. First of Barbie's suits, stylish and au courant, a Chanel-style cardigan jacket with matching navy skirt and 2 blouses. An absolute collector favorite with crystalline jewelry and a hat box for that floral hat band. I do note that the hat box is from the 1999 Repro set. The detailing and craftsmanship in this suit is incredibly well done. This is an outfit that was repeated and re-envisioned several times over the following years, first in blue and then in pink. It's classic American styling of a 2-piece twin set and flannel skirt. The outfit calls for a string of pearls. The accessories, though, would have made it a favorite among girls. Now this is a silhouette we're going to see repeated many times up to 1966. Tight bodice and full skirt. And I think this is absolutely one of the best examples. Very simple yet feminine with crisp pleats in the skirt. The top is highlighted by 2 contrasting ribbons. Quite often these ribbons are missing or untied. This example, though, is a little flat as it's just come off the backing card, but it's in absolute mint condition.
It's Midge.
As I noted previously, here's that same silhouette, this time with shoulder straps. This is another dress design that Mattel used a few years later, but in red. What makes this outfit is probably the fun fruit basket and the cartwheel hat. Also note the pearl chain necklace. These are exceptionally hard to find and very delicate, and they were only included in a few outfits pre-mod era. And I suppose nothing says North America in the 1950s more than suburban shopper. And yes, that is Midge. Lacy, frilly, and very feminine. And there's that silhouette again. This is a collector favorite and is pretty hard to find. But with this one, I think it's all the accessories, the hat, the pearls, the bracelet, the petticoat, the purse that make it. This is an American classic, and as always, the workmanship is exceptional. So there were 3 outfits which were only available in 1959, and to my knowledge they were also only available on the American market. Collectors refer to them as the Holy Grails, near impossible to find at almost any cost. All have been reissued in one form or another by Mattel over the years. Based on the Dior bubble dress of the 1950s, this absolute classic is heightened by the drama of the navy taffeta, the unique silhouette, and of course the self bows, one at the front hem and one on the back. I am afraid I'm missing the gold handbag. As with other fashions, the hat is a unique hatband with a tulle veil, and the outfit wouldn't be complete without a string of pearls and matching earrings. Ultra rare. Roman Holiday was one of the most accessory-bound outfits that Mattel produced in the early days. The tiny brass compact with the pink powder puff is perhaps the most elusive item amongst vintage collectors, but also the white vinyl glasses case is exceptionally rare. The outfit itself is incredibly stylish and reflected what one might expect to see on a fall afternoon on the streets of Rome. Clean lines and very, very chic. Mattel, as in a few cases, stripped down this ensemble and issued it just with the dress, shoes, and belt, and called it Cruise Stripes. This was on the market much longer, so the dress itself is easier to find than the coat. And lastly, Easter Parade combines what would appear to be a Saint Laurent style of trapeze coat with a very stylish sheath dress. The coat is made extra special by the self bows on the large waist pockets and the oversized stand-up collar, while the dress with its rolled neck bodice is sexy and stylish. Slight aside, the coat here is from a repro in the 90s. However, I'm not certain that the black coat is as representative of Easter colors, usually pastels, but that doesn't take anything away from its exceptional design. The stripped-down version of Easter Parade, available for several years, was just the sheath and the shoes. It was given, appropriately, the imaginative name of apple print sheath. Barbie is a tomboy. The novelty elements of this outfit are what really sell it. The blouse and the jeans were available eventually as pack items, but it's that hat with its floral and frog decorations, the woven picnic basket, and especially the bamboo fishing rod with the hollow plastic fish really sent it over the top. It's classic Americana to say the least. This is such a fun outfit. It's done in the style of American sportswear designer of the 50s, Claire McCardle. The nautical elements perfect for a day aboard someone's yacht. Note the charm bracelet that came with a few early outfits. Incredibly delicate, incredibly hard to find. It weighs but a few grams with the tiniest of gold chains holding the 3 charms. That plaid bag. This is among the first outfits to have vinyl fabrics. And as items of a certain age, they can become less pliable and become prone to cracking and breaking. So take great care in putting them on a doll. Perhaps warm them up with a low-temperature hairdryer. But anyway, this fashion is incredible. As Billy Boy wrote in his book Barbie, Her Life and Times, this outfit speaks of nouvelle vague. Perhaps a weekend getaway in the French Alps, of course with a nice overnight bag. Another outfit that probably sold more on the novelty items included. The kitchen utensils were a fun addition, although I can't understand how she'd use a rolling pin at a barbecue. Still, it's that same silhouette, but it works so well. The apron would later be recycled for pack items in the early 60s in both red and blue. And yes, that is Midge wearing this outfit. Evening Splendor was perhaps the most enduring outfit from the original collection. It was on the market until 1964 and was also remade in red and gold brocade. The sheath design here works beautifully in this white and gold brocade fabric with the matching coat, and I'm sure the fur trim on the hat and the cuffs were an extra enticement for little girls wanting to add this to their own personal collections. And the contrasting purse, I think, is just a special added touch. Like some others, this outfit offered a stripped-down version. However, this time it had included not only the dress and the shoes, but also the jewelry, the gloves, and the purse. For the longest time, I really had no great affection for this outfit, but after properly putting it on this number 4 beauty, I've totally changed my opinion. The way the oversized bow of the peignoir ties around the neck, or how the ties on the negligee bind in an almost Grecian way, is stunning. Like lingerie, I'm not really a huge fan of sleepwear, but this one is truly fantastic. Sweet Dreams is another outfit that shows up a lot. The baby doll nightie might have been a bit shocking for the time, but I think the best word to describe it is very cute. And the wax apple, the deer diary, and the first appearance of the alarm clock make it a winner. Sweet Dreams can also be found in a pink variation. However, this is a very rare item. I'm not aware of any documentation as to when this was issued or what the time of its production was. Of the first 3 wedding gowns, this one by far is my favorite. The layers of patterned and sparkled tulle sit beautifully on one another, and with a longer than expected train. The incredibly delicate tulle sleeves and neckline, the tailoring of the bodice, and the way I've mounted the veil on top of her head like meringue on a cake are just so beautiful. What a start. 1959 was epic. 23 outfits plus the striped swimsuit. And all of them so well made, so well conceived, so well designed and executed. For me, it's a tough decision, and it's going to be a surprise, but I'm going to have to go with cotton casual. It's the setting of a standard of silhouettes to come, and the simplicity of it that appealed to me. Simple, casual, yet an elegance all of its own. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and soon I'll be posting 1960.